Hi everyone, this is Tea with Marie. My name's Marie Hope. And I'm very, very excited today to introduce one of the very special people in my life, my friend Suzanne Valutas. She's joining us from California now, but getting ready to fly back to, well, she's going to actually visit her daughter in California and then fly back to Philadelphia, which is where I used to live. And Suzanne and I have known each other now for how long, Suzanne?
45 years.
Oh my goodness, isn't that amazing? So she's sort of like a sister to me, and our lives have gone parallel for many, many, many years. So, and one of the reasons they have is that we're both British, so we kind of enjoy each other's company, love having cups of tea, and sharing stories about England. So.
And also Marie was the coach for my son's arrival into the world.
That's right. That's how close we are. When Suzanne's son was born, her husband was out of town on business, so I was there to see the arrival of Reed, her son.
So and we spent many times running together in Bermuda. That was where we first met.
Yeah, we've had some great times, haven't we? Yeah.
Oh, and also Marie was my maid of honor in my wedding.
Yeah, that's really going back. So, by the way, yesterday, not yesterday, a couple of days ago, I was with a friend, and this word came out of my mouth that I don't think I've ever said for decades. And even when I said it, I thought, is that a word? And then I remembered I used to use it in England, titchy. I would say this woman was kind of short, and I said, "Oh, you're just so titchy." Did you ever remember that word? No.
No, that must have been a Clitheroe word. I was a Stokey.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But then the other thing I said that Nikki, my daughter, just absolutely howled with laughter one day. I said, I used to be really shy. I wouldn't say boo to a goose. She said, what?
I know. Well, yeah, that one is very British. Boo to a goose.
It is.
I haven't said it for a long time, but I do say it.
It is, isn't it? So anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about Easter because there's a lot of things that are similar. In England as it is to the States, but there's certain other things that are a little bit different. And I thought Suzanne would be a good one to share a bit with us. So what do you really find the biggest difference in Easter here in the United States as compared to England, Sue?
Well, I think that Easter in the United States is very commercialized. Yeah. And I think still at home, it's still very much a Christian celebration. And we really don't have, we didn't have the Easter Bunny. I mean, I'm sure in England now they have the Easter Bunny, but we're talking about when we grew up.
Yes.
And I think that the Easter egg hunt, I believe there was some Easter egg hunts in the United Kingdom, but we never did them.
I don't remember Easter egg hunts. I do remember painting hard-boiled eggs. I remember doing that.
And the other thing we did with the hard-boiled eggs is we used to have the egg and spoon races.
Right.
And we had them at Sports Day, but we also did them at Easter, where you would have a hard-boiled egg and put it on the spoon, and then you'd run your race, and whoever won it was the winner.
Yes. And I remember as a kid also really dressing up a lot at Easter time, put on pretty dresses and things.
Right. I think that we went to church, and I remember it was always a new outfit at Easter. That was always what we had. And then we also I used to wear white gloves and black patent shoes.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about the black patent shoes.
I know. But it was a very special, it was just that new outfit because the start of spring, winter had gone, etc.
Yeah. And then of course there were the English Easter eggs, which are very different to the Easter eggs they have here. Why don't you tell us a bit about those?
Well, I think that what I remember about the Easter eggs is that they were really hollow Easter eggs. And sometimes as the years went on, then they started to fill them with Smarties or little things that we all love. They were usually milk, although there were some black magic Easter eggs. And it was all about how many Easter eggs you could collect. And they usually came from your relatives. And so Easter eggs were a big thing. It was, I remember counting them in front of the fireplace to see how many I got. But I did a little research on this, and Cadbury's launched the first Easter egg in 1875.
Wow.
And that is those cream eggs, the cream Easter eggs. But before that, it was actually Fry and Company. They were the first person. But I know that Easter eggs started in Germany, and that's how they eventually came to the United Kingdom. But we had the Cadbury's Easter egg, and Marie used to sell them in the Taste of Britain, and people still go there to buy their Easter eggs. So all of our British people still go there to buy their Easter eggs.
They do, yes.
And if anybody likes she likes the mini eggs now, the little mini eggs.
Yeah.
And so I always get her a package of those.
And they are a real rip-off. I mean, when I say that, they're big, they're not like the small little eggs you have here. They're like yay big. And it looks like you're getting a lot, but really it's hollow inside. It's just all the chocolate, but it's always in really beautiful packaging. Yeah. And then they have different candies, on the inside. So yeah, I think the British make a lot of money from those Easter eggs.
And double when they get to the United States.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, by the time they're shipped over and everything. Yeah, it's, I used to love those Easter eggs, and it's true, we used to, you felt so good the more that you had of that. Right. And those Cadbury's chocolate eggs, they're still my favorite, the little
ones, yeah. But the creamy ones are so sweet. And
yeah, I know. So anything else about Easter that
Well, I think that Easter it's always revolving around a bank holiday. And so the schools are closed at Easter. It's not like in the United States, although I believe the public schools in the United States still revolve around Easter a little bit, but ours was always around a bank holiday. And it was the end of the winter and the beginning of the spring. Right. And also everybody had been fasting up until Lent. Right. And so they would give you this extra few days off. Yeah. And it is celebrated on the first Sunday after the first full moon, following the day of the Northern Hemisphere. So anywhere between March 22nd and April the 25th. And so it rotates in the UK. Yeah. Yeah. And then we used to have, you remember the hot cross buns that we still have on Good Friday. And they have a cross on them, and they were for the crucifixion of Jesus. Right.
And they were kind of yeasty, weren't they?
Yeasty, spicy bun with raisins or currants. And then sometimes, they still sell them all year round, really, a little bit, that type of thing. But we used to toast them and then load them with butter.
Oh my God.
Pack butter.
Yeah. Shall we sing the song for everyone?
Yes.
Cross
buns, hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns.
If you have no daughters, give them to your sons. 1 a penny, 2 a penny,
hot cross buns. Oh God, that's big.
Unfortunately, we're not in the music business.
Right. Well, you are. You've got a good voice. You've always had a good voice.
Oh dear. So well.
And then I think that the other thing I remember about Easter is Easter dinner. So we always used to have roast lamb, new potatoes, and mint sauce. And Mum would trottle down to the garden behind the garage. She would pick the mint, and then she would make it with vinegar and some sugar.
I know. So many people in England I don't know if they do it so much here. I don't see it as much here, but they always had mint in the back garden.
Yes.
And mint sauce is very different from the mint jelly that we get here in the States. It's much more tangy. It's got a lot of vinegar. It's not jelly. It's not really sweet at all. It's got a tiny bit of sweetness to it, but it's just really delicious.
And then the other thing is that we used to make the Easter bonnets, and at school mainly. And I was talking to a friend earlier, and she was saying that she would make doilies. They would be a doily on her head, and then they would decorate them at school. And that would be in your area in Lancashire, actually.
It was this,
yeah.
I was telling you that.
Yeah, she was saying that they put doilies. I don't remember doing
She's
the doilies.
got a better memory than me.
Yeah, exactly. But they do still have an Easter parade where you dress up the hat in Battersea in London every year.
Really?
So yeah, so that
I'll have to look that up to get some pictures to post.
Yeah, that was so really. Oh, and then we had the Seminal Cake. And the Seminal Cake was like a Christmas cake. It was a fruit cake, and it was covered in marzipan.
Yeah.
And then there was balls of marzipan, 11 balls of marzipan on the top of the Seminal Cake, without the one, which would represent the Apostle Judas.
Oh wow, yeah.
So I like marzipan, but a lot of people don't.
No. Nor do they like that really rich fruit cake. But English fruit cake is different than fruit cake here. It's nicer, I think.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I love it. So the Seminal Cake was similar to the Christmas cake as far as being a heavy fruit cake.
Yeah.
So, but there were great memories of Easter, and I think that it's just now, and I do think they probably have the same. We didn't have an Easter basket. We didn't have an Easter bunny. And I was reading that a lot of the stuff comes from pagans.
Oh, really?
Yes, and the bunny would have been the hare, Hare, and that's all to do with fertility and the number of reproduction things that you have would be why they would call it spring chicks and lambs.
Oh, really? Well, let's hope that works for my children. I'm wanting them to procreate soon. So
that's right.
I keep telling them. Suzanne has been blessed this year with 2 grandchildren. Not this year,
last year.
Last year.
5 days apart.
Yeah, they go by quickly. So, well, listen, thank you so much, my friend. Wonderful to be able to introduce you to everybody. And we'll be seeing a lot of Suzanne because she's got all kinds of tales. And to have like the experience of living both in England and in the United States, it just gives you a bit of a different perspective, so you can really compare and contrast. A lot of things are the same and a lot of different. So.
Now, Marie, I did read in north of England. I'm north of England, but Marie is not further north.
Not as north as me.
No, it's not this year. I did, and I read this, and we didn't do it in the Midlands, and it was the egg rolling down a hill.
Down the hill. Yeah, we used to go up a hill and you'd roll eggs down the hill.
We didn't.
It was like a kind of race, who could.
Right. I don't remember doing that, but I did read that you did that, and different pockets of England have different traditions, I guess.
Right. Yeah. And then the maypole, right? You talked about.
The maypole. That was really the 1st of May, but it was a thing that we would do in school around the Easter time to celebrate spring.
Yeah.
And festivities in spring.
Yeah.
And we did the egg and spoon, we did the maypole, and we did the making of the hats in school.
Yeah.
But nothing like they do here. And no Easter bunny. So here they do the Easter bunny and everybody gets a photograph in front of it.
Have you got a thing against the Easter bunnies?
I'm not doing, but now I have grandchildren, maybe we will do the Easter bunny, who knows?
Yeah, there you go.
And the other thing is I have my Easter baskets that I have for my own children, and we used to reuse them every year, but they don't have I don't remember Easter baskets at home.
No, we never had Easter baskets, just the Easter eggs, for sure.
Yeah.
So. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I'm sure everybody will enjoy listening to our little chat here. Because I call it a Brit minute, but when I get with Sue, we talk so much. It's way a Brit bit, but it goes on a long time.
We just need to have a cup of tea with us in a scone.
We do. Yeah.
I have some scones in my freezer. I'm going to take them to Jordan tomorrow.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Well,
okay. Love you. Bye. Bye.